You're listening to The Best of Phil's Gang.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Breaking news from the home builders. Home builder sentiment dropped 8 points in November to 60. That is the lowest reading since August of 2016. The drop is way off expectations of a 1-point decline. Current sales conditions fell 7 points to 67. Sales expectations in the next 6 months dropped 10 points to 65. And buyer traffic registered an 8-point drop to 45. Buyer traffic had broken out of negative, but it is back in there solidly.
What do they expect? Wages have never increased. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. What have I been saying since January 16th? I said this is the beginning of the crash, January 16th. Get ready. Join my gang. Make sure this time that you're on the right side of it, that you can make money as the market goes down. It's not hard to do. It's called shorting. I mean, you got a tremendous opportunity. The signals are everywhere. The signals are everywhere. I told you when the market dropped 11%, when we had that February drop, and it took over 200 days for it to get back 11%. I said that was a joke. That's only happened like twice in the history of this country. Usually you get your back up within 30 days. I said that means the buyers aren't there. The big buyers aren't coming in. And what's really happening is you're starting to see that the buyers are declining. And we said, well, how come the market was going up? Well, because of stock buybacks. Stock buybacks has destroyed the economy. Zero interest rates has destroyed this economy. I've been saying this for ever since 2009, 2010, especially 2014, 2015. You can't keep sitting there and keep doing stock buybacks. They're a fraud. They make things look better than they are. And what's really bad about the stock buybacks and quantitative easing, QE, these jibber jabbers on TV, they make you think, hey, this is great. They don't tell you what's going on. You know, they don't tell you the consequences of this tremendous debt we have. Debt keeps wages down. And when we keep going up, we have $21 trillion in debt, and it keeps wages down, but nobody gets that. Nobody understands it because the jibber jabbers aren't going to say anything. Here, listen, here, give you an example. Home builders. We started to short our home builders. This is one group we stick with all the time, home builders, and I said to my gang in October, I said, let's take the home builders, and all of them, Toll Brothers, LGIH, Poldy, Lennar, all of them. I said, let's take these, and these are going to get hit hard. And I said, what we'll do is we'll short them. And we waited, and finally, boom, our indicator turned red. And take example for Lennar. Lennar started to get crushed. When they were telling us how great everything was in October and keep buy, and how everything is wonderful, we saw that the builders were not. Money was coming up. They dropped from $53 all the way down to about $38. So, I mean, but they're telling you here, just like the other day, listen to this. This was Charles Payne.
But if the Fed raises rates because of this kind of economic data, then so be it. It's justified.
Justified, yeah, really. Well, he changed his tune, right? He's telling so what? So be it. Let him raise rates. Who cares, right? Who cares? And then today she comes out and she says, what? What, as a result of raising rates, what's happening? Well, she just told us.
Breaking news from the home builders. Home builders sentiment dropped 8 points in November to 60. That is the lowest reading since August of 2016. The drop.
There you go. The lowest reading since 2016, right? So Payne said, so let them raise rates. Won't make any difference. Are you kidding? With the wages, people aren't making any money. And then he comes out now and he says this.
Housing has a lot of issues, and I think the biggest issue more recently, though, is our mortgage rates. They're starting to go up. This is why I've been screaming, please, Federal Reserve, wake up.
No, you haven't been screaming that. What you've been screaming is this.
But if the Fed raises rates because of this kind of economic data, then so be it. It's justified.
See, that's what he just said. He said, if they raise rates, the Fed, so be it. It's justified. Then he turns around and he makes up this story, right?
Housing has a lot of issues, and I think the biggest issue more recently, though, is our mortgage rates. They're starting to go up. This is why I've been screaming, please, Federal Reserve, wake up.
That's a total lie. He said earlier he didn't care about the Federal Reserve. He said it was justified they putting up rates. Then he turns around, right, and we hear this stuff from him.
This is the greatest economy ever.
He's all over the place. They're all over the place. They're going to tell you what they think you want to hear. That's not what I do every day. You can call me the doom and gloom or whatever you want. But I tell you the truth. Just like I said on January 16th, this is going to be the beginning of the crash of 2018, and the capitulation will happen at the either the end of the year or it'll be the first quarter of 2019, and it's happening. It's right in front of us. Look, if you take it, it's wages. Wages are killing us. And when they said we have the best wages ever, remember we told that? Remember all the lies? We had the best wages ever. Wages are very strong.
People are making more money. Incomes are going up.
Wages are up.
This wage growth kicking up.
So wages should go up because workers have better and more machines to work with.
Blue collars are up. Wages are up.
Stronger wages is
wages rising very strong indeed.
And that's a total lie. Total lie. You haven't seen any significant rise in your wages. Adjusted for inflation, there's been really no rise. In fact, if you take 50% of our 147 million workforce, they make less than $30,000 a year before taxes. Are you kidding? 50%. Think about 50% of Americans of our workforce make a lousy $30,000 a year, but they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. This is crazy. More people are working. Yes, we hear that. Oh, the economy's great. Look, everybody's got a job. Oh, everybody's got a job. But the job they got sucks. It sucks. It's a terrible job. It stinks. They're not paying you anything. They're not giving you insurance. They're not giving you benefits. The one thing this country has come to know, they've always known, wages is the biggest expense for a company. Wages, labor, that's their biggest expense. And when this country started to outsource, when we became a global economy, it killed the economy. It killed the economy. And running off to college, and you say, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to learn how to do this and do that, and you get to debt up to your neck, not going to help you. The biggest problem we had is government. If government got out of our way and just let us have a free market, but the problem, we don't have a free market. And when you don't have a free market and you have a very small percent of people, our owners, making all the money, and what they're doing is they control our wages because they control our factories, they control our companies, they control our monopolies, and they're not going to put money into the companies to make sure you get a raise. Look, the only way people can get a wage increase if your company you work for upgrades their machinery so you can produce more T-shirts than you did in the past hour. If you're doing 10 an hour, they should give you a machine to give you 20 an hour. But they're not going to do that because they don't want to give you a wage increase. They'll send the T-shirts to China. One hung low.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. All you've been hearing is how October 2018 is now on record for being the worst month since 2011. But it wasn't for us, not for Phil's Gang members. Using our MV2 color-coded chart that identifies when the institutions are pulling their money out, we were in position to follow them, to short the market. So why don't you join my gang, where when everybody else is having a bad month, we're having a great month, here at philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Gray at philsgang.com. For years, we've been giving to St. Jude. My gang's been so generous. We reach out to our gang member, and we help them make money, and with some of that money, they give it back to St. Jude. So we reach out to them, they reach back to St. Jude. It's a win-win for everybody. So join the gang and use my color-coded chart, when to buy, when to sell, and when to run like hell.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. philsgang.com has taught thousands of people from all walks of life how to invest and make profits in the stock market. philsgang.com can help you generate extra income, maximize your retirement financial savings, and teach you how to avoid costly investing mistakes. With the Phil's Gang membership, you get all the comprehensive stock research and data, analysis tools, Phil's recommendations, and the professional customer support you need to make smarter, more profitable investing decisions. Don't wait. Call today, 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. Did you know Phil Grandy hosts a daily live stock market investing webinar class? Never miss a beat with the market and your investments. Learn, invest, and profit with philsgang.com. Call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
I will make sure that all the stocks that we are engaged in that are going up, we will get maximum returns, and we will be out of those stocks by watching our color-coded chart. You never again will have to worry about being out of an individual stock or an ETF or an index when the market crashes. You will be out before it does happen. All you got to do is join my gang, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. I'm reaching out to you. All I'm asking you to do is to reach back to the kids at St. Jude when you're making money.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. You're listening to the best of Phil's Gang.
Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxFest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so here's what's going on. The idea in business, our economy, for you to have a good standard of living, what has to happen? The company or the business you work for has to take their profits and plow it into capital investment, new machinery, new equipment that produces goods. In other words, the way you get a wage increase, if you're producing T-shirts and you're producing 10 an hour, they take their profit, buy a new machine, give it to you, so your wages are the same, but now you're producing 20, 30 T-shirts. Now you can get a wage. Now, if they don't give you a wage, well, guess what? You're going to go somewhere else. They don't give you a wage increase. So the key to how well our country is doing is your standard of living. We've always said 70% of our economy, our growth, depends on purchasing, consumption. Well, this has been a phony economy since 2009. How they got you to purchase is by dropping interest rates down to zero, by making everything easy for you, get a car loan, push them out to 7 years, but they've never, ever worked on wages, increasing wages. Instead of working on increasing wages, they worked on making credit easier for us. So now everybody's in debt. They're choking with debt. And that's what's going on right now. And that's why when you look at the headlines today, it says, economy was slow to a crawl, Goldman says. Home builder confidence plummets. U.S. household debt record as delinquencies hit 6-year high. Wait a minute. Where's this?
This is the greatest economy ever.
Where's that?
We could grow this economy at 4 or 5%.
Oh, guess what they came out with today? The economy's not going to grow to 4 to 5%, which I told you wouldn't happen. The economy now, they're saying, is going to be 2.2, 2.5, right where Obama was. See, Trump was sold a bill of goods by Cohen and Kudlow. Remember, Cohen came in first to be his economic advisor because Kudlow couldn't start right away. But they're working together. And these are real Wall Street guys. They live it, eat it, drink it. Everything is for the team, for the banks, for Wall Street. Nothing is for working class folks. Nothing's for middle class. Nothing. Every day, all they think is, how can we get the 1% of the 1 percentile whose income a year is on average $27 million, their net worth $13 billion, and then how can we take care of the 1% who make an average of $375,000 to $400,000 a year, whose net worth $4.4 million a year? What can we do for them? See, and that's why corporations now find it easier. Why buy machinery to give you a new machine that you can do 20 T-shirts instead of 10 or 30 instead of 10? Then I'd have to give you an increase in wages. Instead, what I do, I take it and outsource it. And this outsourcing should be done years and years ago, this outsourcing. Trump's trying to stop it. Trump's coming in. The problem with Trump, he's got a mess. He has 8 years. He's got to fix 8 years of Obama, a socialist who never thought about creating jobs. His whole waking hour was to take the welfare state and expand it.
I'm a warrior for the middle class.
He didn't care about standard of living. He didn't want your standard of living increased. He wanted you to depend on government for handouts. Why do you think, and I love this, you see on TV where all the people in Mexico are throwing beer bottles and Coke bottles and rocks and stones at the people that are coming over on the border. They don't want them there. You see that? Now they're getting their lesson. But see, this is all the liberals. Keep the borders open. Why keep the borders open? Well, this is I shouldn't say liberals. Well, yeah, liberals, Democrats, because these are their voters in the future. They want all the people. They want the borders open. They come in and they give them everything they want. They give them health care. They give them free school. They give them, whatever they want, because so they'll vote for them. That's what this whole thing's about. So here we are. We got a great opportunity now because we're right where we were in 1929. And you don't want to believe it, then you got to be out of your mind. What we saw leading up to the 1929 crash, we're seeing exactly the same signals. We talked about it last week, didn't we? We're seeing the same exact signals. And if people don't, if you just believe it and work with it, you can make a lot of money in the market as the market goes down. But most people never think about making money in the market as it goes down. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. Think of the indicators we got. The PE ratio, just like what happened in 1929. It's more than 100% of where it should be. Our PE ratio, it should be at 16. It's at 33. That causes an automatic crash. Our economic growth, our GDP, when the PE is outpacing our economic growth by 153%, not 100%, it's now 153%. Think about that. Think about that. The PE ratios, all that is a multiple. Let's say it's $16. Okay, that means an investor is willing to pay $16 for every $1 of current earnings. And it will take, and that 16 always equals the number of years it will take in earnings per share to equal the current price of the stock. So PE is a multiple. PE tells you the worth of the company. So let's think about it. So that means that any investor is willing to pay $16 for every $1 of current earnings. What happens when you double it from 16 to PE to 33 years? Same thing happened in 1929. We'll talk more about that. Join my gang, for God's sakes.
You're listening to the best of Phil's Gang. Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
You're listening to The Best of Phil's Gang. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I'm very happy about the state of the economy now, and I think part of that is that we have moved along. Our policy is part of the reason why the economy is in such a good place right now. We have 3.7% unemployment. The economy is growing at 3%. Inflation.
That's all we hear every day. We're in such a good place. How can you be in a good place when the government's net worth is a negative $20 trillion? How can you be in such a good place? Interest on our national debt in 2017 was $236 billion. We're going to be at $425 billion this year. The national debt is growing 30% faster than they can grow the economy. And he said they're in a good place. The national debt has grown 123% since 2008. That's from $9 trillion to $21 trillion. What are you, nuts? Household debt is rising 60% faster than anybody's wages. And as I said, you go back and check with the withholding tax, they'll show you and prove to you that wages are the same now as they were 40 years ago, adjusted for inflation. Also, every $1 the government takes in tax revenue, they spend $2. Matter of fact, more than that. $2.06. And they borrow 40% of all the money they spend. Yeah, you think that's a good place? If this was your household I was talking about, you'd be filing bankruptcy. The budget deficit, that spending is incredible. That's nuts. It's exceeding our tax income by 40%. How can you have a budget deficit where you're spending more than you're taking in by 40% and say you're in a good place? Consumers, they never had such debt. They're debt slaves. They have a historic revolving debt of $4 trillion between the credit cards, auto loans, student loans. They're nuts when they say that. But here's the thing. We are in a great position, so when the market does correct, and the market will correct, it's only been, again, it's been a pause because of the stock buybacks. So that the 1/100th of the 1%, these are the very, very wealthy. These are the people who make $28 million a year, who have an average net worth of $13 billion. The same thing that happened in 1929. They were able to put off the crash by doing stock buybacks. And that meant that everybody in the country was worse for it because everything was getting worse, but people didn't see it because, like in 1929, like they do today, they take parking space in your head, thinking you sit on the world's longest stupid bench, and they point to, oh, look at the stock market. Look how good you're doing. You know, it's interesting. Bernie Sanders, who's a communist, I mean, this guy's unbelievable. He goes to Walmart, and he says to Walmart, he puts down he's passing a law, right, one he filed in September that's going to pass that would block stock buybacks. Now, how do you fight that? They've been doing stock buybacks, Walmart, as $1 trillion, over $1 trillion a year. Now, none of that benefit of those stock buybacks ever go to their employees. Matter of fact, the benefits doesn't even go to the company or their employees or to the economy. It goes to the CEO's pockets and the biggest shareholders. So he said, look, I'm going to stop this unless you raise your minimum wage to $15, which the feds haven't raised their minimum wage for 10 years. It's been stuck for 10 years at 7.25. Now, I'm not for raising minimum wage, but how do you argue that? How do you argue that? As much as I don't like Bernie Sanders' socialist policies, boy, that's a hard thing to argue. Matter of fact, in September, when he filed for the passage of this law, Amazon comes out, Bezos, and all of a sudden he goes and raises his wages to $15 an hour for his people. Because he wanted, because how could he argue it? So he decided, I'll jump in front of it. I'll jump in front of it. So so how could people be in a good place? How could people be in a good place? 70% of our people are working, are working from paycheck to paycheck. So the CEOs, their compensation, and this is what Bernie Sanders is saying, is they're going to cap it so that it's no more than 150 times the median pay for all the workers. It's now 333%. So they're going to cap it back to 150. This is bad, but it's hard to argue it, isn't it? It's hard to argue it because what they're doing is the 1/100th of 1% and the 1 percentile, they've gotten so greedy. They kept the stock market going for 10 years on nothing but lies and fraud. And like Trump said, nothing but a big, fat, ugly bubble, doing all these stock buybacks, free money, no interest. This is all coming to an end. Now, the government, how can you argue it? Think about this. The government spends $5 trillion or $720 million a day or $32 million per hour on the Afghan and Iraqi war since 2001. That costs each American $24,000. Now, that equals an average down payment on a house or a car or 1 year of paying for your college education. Now, unfortunately, the average American, if you went out in the streets and said, you know you paid $44,000 for the war? They said, no, I didn't. That didn't involve me. Don't get me involved. I'm not paying nothing. Well, what they don't realize is their food costs have gone through the roof. Of course you pay for it. You pay. They don't send you a bill. They should send a bill. They should send a bill out to everybody and say, you got to send us a check by $24,000 in the next 24 hours, or we're going to put you in jail. You want to see people who revolt? That's why they don't do that. They should have started. The first president of this country, every time we spent more money than we took in, they should have sent out a bill to everybody and said, you got to pay your fair share so we never have these deficits. Can you imagine? If we didn't have a $21 trillion deficit, which is the aggregate of all the presidents who they spent more money than they took in, we would have, you imagine how fantastic things would be in this country? It'd be unbelievable. It's that $21 trillion that national debt, but then when you lay into it the budget deficit, spending $1 trillion more than you take in, I mean, it's killing us. So there's such a great opportunity for you if you just think about it for a moment. This will be the only time since 1929, it'll never happen again, where the stock market is going to collapse at least 60-70%, guaranteed. You can't stop it. Yes, it's been delayed, but it's going to happen. It always happens. Markets always collapse when you got the S&P growing more than 100% than the economy. When you got people borrowing money that's 153% more than the economy's growing. It has to correct. Now, remember, corrections used to always start very small. And as I say, it's a myth the stock market just crashed. That's crazy. It doesn't happen. They start, like I said to you on January 16th, I said, we're going to start mark this down, January 16th, Phil Graney says the first day of the stock market crash for 2018 or the first quarter 2019. And then we're going to start our first correction, our first pullback or our first correction of this crash between now and February, about 5%. And I was right. It went down 11%, more than I even thought. And that's what happens. You get these small, and it takes probably about a year, sometimes a little more, before you get that capitulation. What do I mean by capitulation? Like that October 24th, in 1987, when you went to lunch, you came back, the market was down 500 points. That's the capitulation. But that was coming. If you understood how to read the stock market, you knew a year in advance that was coming, and you would have put yourself in position. 877-600-GANG, put yourself in position. Try it. $39.95, for heaven's sakes, for 1 month. Just pay $39.95 for a month. Let me show you so you're in position so when the market does crash, you're making money as it goes down for the first time in your life.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. All you've been hearing is how October 2018 is now on record for being the worst month since 2011. But it wasn't for us, not for Phil's Gang members. Using our MV2 color-coded chart that identifies when the institutions are pulling their money out, we were in position to follow them, to short the market. So why don't you join my gang, where when everybody else is having a bad month, we're having a great month, here at philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Gray at philsgang.com. For years, we've been giving to St. Jude. My gang has been so generous. We reach out to our gang member, and we help them make money, and with some of that money, they give it back to St. Jude. So we reach out to them, they reach back to St. Jude. It's a win-win for everybody. So join the gang and use my color-coded chart, when to buy, when to sell, and when to run like hell.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com,
We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
St. Jude exceeds any expectation or any dream I could have ever had about a hospital. I was told we wouldn't get a bill. I didn't quite process that. How's this possible? It's possible through all the wonderful people who donate. I don't know if they are aware of what they do, but they're saving children's lives every day.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. You're listening to The Best of Phil's Gang. Welcome back. This segment is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 stock charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Give me a stock that you bought that pays you a really strong dividend that's guaranteed for the future.
Blackstone is a wonderful example, Stuart, of a name that it continues to grow its dividend, and you see its stock price growing with it as they keep growing the earnings.
All right, yeah, I have nothing against earnings. I mean, dividends. I love dividends. But wait a minute. To me, a dividend is a plus. You don't buy a stock just for the dividend. When people do that, you're going to lose. You should buy the stock because it's a strong, good stock. Now, Blackstone, this stock, if you go back, and my gang members who owned Blackstone, they made a 10% return when this stock turned green, where the institution started to buy it around $35, went up 10%, and then we got a strong signal to sell it short. It turned red, said get out of the stock. This guy is in a stock that's going straight down. This guy is in a stock that's red, that is telling us the institutions are pulling the money out. So why would you be in that stock? Instead, he should have started shorting the stock when it was around $38, when it turned red. He'd be up about 10% instead of losing money. Look, I keep telling you, I'm not just saying this, and I know you don't believe me, the market's going to crash. I know you believe all. I mean, I can't compete with all these guys on Fox and CNBC and Bloomberg who come out every day and tell you everything's fantastic, economy's wonderful, everything's beautiful, the market's going to go up forever. But it's not true. History tells you it's not true. Why would we be so lucky to think that every stock market crash had the three elements I just pointed out to you today? The three elements. that you've got the stock market, the PE ratios are too high. And when the PE ratios are exploding more than 100%, the market always corrects. You can't stop it. You can stall it, called financial engineering. So you got that component. You got the component where you have the stock market, the S&P, growing about 133% faster than the economy. You got the debt of people borrowing money that's growing much faster than the economy. About I forgot what the number was. I think it was 140%, something like that. So you take those three components. Every stock market, 2007, 1987, 2007, the dot-com crash, the housing crash. Every one of those markets crashed when those three things that I just explained to you happened. But again, in 2014, when this market was ready to crash, they started to beef up stock buybacks. The 1% or the 1/100th population, which there's only about 13 million people that fit that, and they make $27 million a year in income, and their net worth is $12 billion. So. And here's the thing, it's really hard. You go back to the gold standard. We got to go back to the gold standard, because if you don't go back to the gold standard, the government loves to spend. Those congressmen love to spend. At least when the gold standard was in, we had a strong dollar, because you had to have a $1 gold for every dollar you printed. And that stopped all this crazy spending. We would have never been in Afghanistan. We would have never been in Iraq. Never. Not spending. We would have been there, but we'd have done it smart. We'd done just special ops. Matter of fact, they pretty much stopped the war with a group. They just had a movie about it with a group of special ops, and everybody was so upset because the Boeing and Lockheed Martin and all the people who make ammo and tanks and all that. They said, "Well, no, don't stop the war." I mean, the Taliban pretty much was surrendering to a group of about 20 special ops. And Bush said, no, we got to go in. And all of a sudden, like 6-7 weeks later, they went in, built bases and everything else, because you want to keep that money flowing, right? But gold would stop you. You can't do what you want. You can't, if you don't have the money, you just can't print it. If you don't have the gold, rather, you just can't print it. So think about it. The government spent, $5 trillion or $720 million a day, or $32 million per hour, on the Afghan war. Now, that would have never happened because we never had enough gold to print enough dollars to spend $32 million an hour on these wars to keep the military establishment going. You see what's going on here? We spent $61 billion just on reconstruction projects in Iraq alone. We're missing $8 billion. They don't know where it is. It disappeared. 78.2% of the $61 billion supposed to be for building schools and other projects. 65% of those projects never started, but we still spent the money. 25% of those projects, only 10% of the projects completed. Only 10%. Now, think about it. It's a stealing, but they couldn't do it before when you had to have a gold standard. We sent $20 million to develop a rapid regional response program in the south central region of Iraq. The money was used. $12 million of the $20 million we spent was used for what? An Iraqi general built a home in Las Vegas, here in the United States. He also bought a private jet. None of that money was ever used to build his rapid regional response program. This is crazy. But again, nobody cares. Because the people don't understand. The people don't think, well, they didn't get a bill in the mail from the government. It doesn't have anything to do with me. Well, really, next time you go to the shopping mall or get some food or pay for your health insurance and you can barely make the payment and it keeps going up, yes, that's how they bill you. But boy, it's sure hard to defend when you get... See, this is the problem. When they do stuff like this, and then the socialists come out and they say, look, we want to raise minimum wage, which is the worst thing in the world to raise minimum wage. That's a terrible thing. There's other ways to create incentives for people to work. See, I think it's terrible to give somebody a minimum wage. Why should they have a minimum? Let them be aggressive. And the guy who's aggressive, he's going to make more than minimum. They're going to make him the manager of the store. By giving somebody minimum, you're taking incentive from him. I mean, it's dumb. All right, so what do we do? I can sit here all day and tell, and I'm sure a lot of you are sick of hearing me talk about how bad the economy is and things are going on. You're probably so depressed you can't stand it. But wait a minute, I'm trying to tell you the truth. Here you got Larry Kudlow, the biggest BSer in the world. Biggest BSer in the world. He's telling us how great tariffs were for the American people. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Tariffs are great for the American people? Ford's laying people off, Larry. They're laying people off because the cost of it went up $1 billion for their materials, for steel, and so now they're laying people off. How's that good? Remember, we're supposed to, Larry, you promised everybody's going to get a $4,000 wage boost, a wage boost with the $1.5 trillion big tax cut. Nobody ever got the $4,000. And worse, 1 in 5 jobs in this country, Larry, has no family leaves or medical leaves or unemployment insurance or any kind of safety net. A lot of them are contract workers. That's terrible. Housing costs still going up. Americans are now paying a third or more of their paychecks just to rent. Just to rent. Rents are going through the roof. Are you kidding? This is unbelievable. Look at the pharmacists. It was your idea, Larry, to let CVS merge with Aetna. Now, the 120 most popular, most used drugs by seniors, they have to use them, those costs went up 18.7%. Thank you, Larry. There's got to be a better way. I can't fix any of this, but here's what I can tell you. When the crash comes, why don't you be ready for an opportunity? The last time it came was in 1929. And when this crash hits, and we're going to get wiped out 60%, maybe more, and they're going to stop stock buybacks. Because everybody knows that the only reason the stock market didn't crash in 2014, just like 1929, because the 1 percentile, the 100th of 1 percentile, were able to keep getting that money printed because they're the ones that run the Federal Reserve, get that money free, and they kept buying stocks. But now the gig's up because interest rates are going up. So join my gang, 877-600-GANG, and please learn how to short a stock. You don't have to learn. I'll just tell you what stock, tell you what button to push. And when I tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. Waiting for your call.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. It's up to me to make my dreams.